Today, you get to see inside exactly what is in my crypto portfolio, coin for coin, and I'm gonna break this down for you guys based on what I bought in the market versus what I've been holding since my private sales. Now, keep in mind, this is going to change extensively as we get into the new year and as I get back a lot of my private sale investments that start launching in January Q1 of next year. But I wanted to give you guys a glimpse of exactly what I'm holding and how much percentage of my portfolio I'm holding. That way you guys know where I'm starting, because what I consider this today, December 27th, and keep in mind the market is down extensively, a snapshot of how I'm getting started in this upcoming bull run. You'll see how I'm allocated, and I'll give you guys a little bit of insight on my strategy moving forward about how I plan to tackle this. All right, guys, so this is gonna be quick and dirty, but let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to do others on portfolio. For example, one of the ones that I wanna do is if I was starting today with let's say $10,000, and for you, that number could be whatever. Maybe it's $1,000, maybe it's $50,000, maybe it's $500. But relatively, it breaks down the same. But that's not today. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a video if I was starting fresh. Because remember, this isn't necessarily relative apples to apples for you guys, because some of these, actually quite a few of them, I'm still holding from my private sale investments. Some of them all the way back from even 2017, 2021, bull market of 2022, or sorry, bear market of 2022. Exactly. So guys, if you're excited to see how my portfolio is stacked up, smash this video on the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. What up? My name is Kyle Chasse. I've been in here crypto for 12 years, bringing you guys all the alpha that you need to know to absolutely crush it in this upcoming bull market. And guys, also like the video if you've been appreciating all of our crazy calls that we've been having so far. Some of these things up 600%, 800%, even things like, well, before today, AIOZ up 20x since I brought it to you guys. So yeah, like I said, today, this is a snapshot of exactly today. And remember, some of these things are down big time because the market is overall red today. So some of the things that were up tremendously yesterday, the day before, like AIOZ, for example, Coq, Dogwifhat, they've changed a little bit. But as of today, this exact snapshot is exactly how I'm holding as of today. So let's take a look at what's going on, and I'll explain this sheet to you guys as we move along. So you can see my biggest holding is Bitcoin. Now, a lot of YouTubers will tell you Bitcoin is not going to make you this life-changing gains. Now, I have a little bit of a different opinion, right? Because right now, the price of Bitcoin, let's say, is, 42,000, right? And so I think that people are underestimating the significance of what Bitcoin is going to do. Remember, the way that I became financially free was literally just buying Bitcoin and holding it. And soon enough, that made me a millionaire, just Bitcoin alone. Now, where do I think Bitcoin could go in the next 10 years? Well, according to Fidelity, sorry, it was, who was it? Franklin Templeton just did a report from their analysts saying that they believe that every single country in the world will be holding Bitcoin in their financial sheets. That is massive. So a lot of people will tell you that they think Bitcoin is going to 1 million. Now, I believe this from the bottom of my heart, that by 2030, we'll see Bitcoin at $5 or $10 million. So if we're conservative and we say that Bitcoin is $5 million each, divided by $42,000, that's still 120x from here, right? So if you were to put in just $10,000 into Bitcoin, you would become a millionaire. And for a lot of people, that is it. That's all you need. Now, I know that's a little slow. 2030, that's 6 years, but hell, that's a lot better than having to work 9 to 5 for the next 40 years to become a millionaire, right? So I believe, and that's only if it goes to 5 million, I believe that if this is true, and I think it is true, that Bitcoin is headed as a world reserve asset that every country in the world, every institution, every pension fund, everybody will be holding, then I believe that could double that, right? Which could put you at $2.5 million or like a 250x from here. So is Bitcoin too expensive to buy right now? I really don't think so. And that is why my friends, I have 36% of my total liquid portfolio allocated to Bitcoin. Now you might say, Kyle, what is this number over here? 27. Well, as you can see, I have 27 Bitcoin, 27% of my portfolio is Bitcoin, but I have another 8%, 8.8% from what I have borrowed through using Aave. Now, I will make another video probably next week about how to use Aave for what Michael Saylor calls intelligent leverage. This is one of the most useful tools that you can use in crypto to get more exposure in this upcoming bull run. But for now, so you understand, 36% of my total portfolio, liquid portfolio, not including my investments that haven't been realized yet, meaning things like in Gunzilla and other exciting projects that I'm excited that are going to be launching in 2024. Now, you can see my second largest is Paid Network. Now, as you guys may or may not know, the Paid Network is my project. Now, this 18% is not my team tokens. If you guys know that, everybody who creates a project gives themselves some tokens as a founder, right? Or as a team member. Now, I bought these paid tokens in the bear market because I knew that Paid Network was going to have very strong fundamentals. And in my opinion, Paid Network will be the best launchpad with the best economic design, the best projects, and overall completely will stand out from the rest of the launchpads in the next bull run. And I know that long run, it will actually be doing many, many, many things that will make it an extremely, in my opinion, valuable ecosystem in the future. So this is actually what I have bought over the bear market myself on the open market. Next you can see is Chainlink. So Chainlink, you can see that a lot of it I've put, whenever it says Aave here, that means that I put my link in Aave and I use intelligent leverage. So 7.53% of my liquid portfolio is being used as collateral in Aave. Now, again, you can see there's actually more because if we go down here, we can see that I have some Chainlink that's not in my Aave. So total liquid portfolio, 8.19% of it is allocated to Chainlink. How about Ethereum? Well, you guys can see that total, again, some of it isn't in Aave and some of it is not, which puts my liquid portfolio at 5.38% Ethereum. Now, I do believe that Ethereum will have its run. I am also, as you guys know, a huge believer in Solana. And as you can see, my Solana holdings is about half of my Ethereum holdings, not because I think it's going to underperform, but I just didn't buy enough in the dip. I did buy some, and that's why I have this much exposure to it, which is still a pretty significant amount, but I don't know that Solana is going to do another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x from here. So that's what I have for now. And I'm looking more at like Solana ecosystem and other low caps because I have enough exposure to blue chips, right? I've got Bitcoin, I've got Link, I've got Ethereum, I've got Solana, I've got Metis, right? So next, that's like almost 50% of my portfolio is dedicated to very, very secure blue chips that I know are going to do extremely well. And I think things like Bitcoin and things like Chainlink are going to melt faces and blow people's minds. Next, you can see Cornucopias. So Cornucopias I've talked about before on the channel. It has been doing exceptionally well. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Cardano ecosystem, but I know that a lot of people are. They have an extremely loyal and cult-like community. And so I think the best project building in the ADA ecosystem, in the Cardano ecosystem, is Cornucopias. The game looks unbelievable, and I think this thing is still extremely undervalued. And this almost 4% of my liquid portfolio is from my private sale investment. So I did not acquire any more in the bear market, but this is still what I'm holding. I managed to take a lot of profit off the table, and still it takes up a significant amount of my portfolio. I don't really want to sell it because I think that when the Cardano ecosystem explodes, it inevitably will, just because of the community, this thing is going to absolutely skyrocket. Now you can see my next holding is Tether, USD Tether. Usually, I don't hold much stablecoin, but the reason that this is a pretty significant amount is because this is everything that I have in my Bybit account or my LevX account that I'm using for leverage. And believe it or not, this used to be almost zero. I started with a very, very, very small amount of Tether. And because we're doing a great job at doing leverage trading on LevX or on Bybit, I've managed to increase my Tether holdings significantly just by using leverage. And if you guys aren't yet in the VVIP group, I suggest that you do it because you will see all of my trades in real time and exactly what the community is doing. You can go in there and see how we are making money using leverage on exchanges. And remember, this is only for people who have the risk appetite to do it. But I think if you're going to do it at all in a bull market, is the right time to do it. And you can see that we are up significantly in our Tether holdings because we've been doing good trades using leverage. Now, Metis has absolutely been exploding. You guys know I've been telling you about Metis. Metis is something that we launched on Paid Ignition, one of our all-star projects back in 2021. And it's Vitalik's mother and their amazing team. They're the first project. They just did a $110 million ecosystem fund. And they're one of the first layer 2s that will actually be completely fully decentralized with a decentralized sequencer. So Metis is still at $400 million today, way undervalued compared to the other layer 2s like Optimism and Arbitrum. And that's why you will not find Optimism and Arbitrum on my current liquid portfolio. I have small amounts of those, but Metis, this thing easily has another, at 400 million, has another 10, 20, 30x in the bull run. So I'm very excited. I still have, and I did take profits on this thing as well, even from my private sale investment, but it still makes up a significant amount of my portfolio. It makes up more now because it's been pumping like crazy, more than Solana. Solana, as you guys know, very, very bullish on it, but it's just the way that it is. It's been pumping so hard that I'm going to keep it. I'm going to hold on to it. And some of this Solana has been allocated toward, I actually sold some to buy these Solana meme coins like WIF and like AIOZ, which I still think, and a lot of people I see in the group, I lost so much money on it. Guys, the entire market is down right now. Yes, the memes that pump the hardest are also going to correct the hardest in a correction, but I'm not selling AIOZ, I'm not selling WIF, I'm not selling Coq. I'm waiting to see how these things do when the market recovers. Superverse, LEO trades, right? And so I have good exposure there. This is still from my private sale. I did not buy any more in the bear market. I wish I would have. But I think that this is still going to pump like crazy. This is Elio's project, gaming him, and he'll have some support from Alex Becker as well. Now Matic, you can see also. Let's see, where is it? Matic. No, so Matic makes up 1.5% of my liquid portfolio. It's not my favorite layer 2 ecosystem, but it is the most widely adopted by far, and they're always innovating and making cool stuff. So you'll see that I'm not heavily allocated to the layer 2 ecosystems because I think there's just so much spread amongst those from a tension perspective that you're probably better off if you're going to invest in layer 1s, maybe alternative layer 1s, Solana, still I think it's going to go crazy. Now, Star Atlas, this is from my private sale investment, all the way from back in 2021. You can see that I've got Atlas and Polis down here. So in Star Atlas, they have 2 tokens. Combined will make up 2.5% of my liquid portfolio. Next, we're going to go to Sidus. And Sidus, we have Senate as well. So Sidus 1.28% and Senate 0.73 gives you about 2% of my liquid portfolio in the Sidus Heroes ecosystem. Now, Ultra is another project. I have 1.25% of my liquid portfolio dedicated to Ultra. Again, I did not buy any more of this in the bear market. This is from my private sale. I did sell some of this, but this is still what I'm holding. One of the longest and best developed game ecosystems. I think it's underexposed right now as far as exposure, but I think what they've done is absolutely amazing. They forked the EOS blockchain, and they have so much more stuff going on that I'm not going to sell any more of my Ultra. I'm going to ride this out because if you're bullish on crypto gaming, then this thing should do extremely well. It's basically trying to disrupt Steam and Epic Games, fully Web3. They even have things like gaming SDKs, so people who are building games can easily use the Ultra ecosystem to do things like make their token, make their NFTs, make it interchangeable, create wallets that don't burden people with the Web3 complexities of Web3. Very, very interesting. Dogwifhat was something that I told you guys about very, very, very early at like a very small market cap. And it's gone down quite a bit today. So this would have been a lot higher in my total allocation. But for a meme coin, having 1.13% is still pretty high in your overall portfolio because it's done extremely well. You will see, we'll talk about Colt DAO in just a bit. AIOZ network, I've been telling you guys a lot about that. I think it's still extremely undervalued. I did buy more of this in the bear market. I was also a private sale investor. Almost 1% of my portfolio is dedicated toward AIOZ. AIOZ is a layer 1 blockchain that's doing everything that Web3 services do in a Cosmos layer 1 ecosystem. We talked about Senate already. I talked about Chainlink and Ethereum. Kaspa, I'm still very, very bullish on. I think it's going to get another run. It had its moment during the entire bear market, dominated, and it'll get its rotation again. I've got about 0.5% of my liquid portfolio allocated toward Kaspa. Now, Coq Inu is another one at 0.55%. You guys, I made this video the other day on how these memes will adapt, right? They get the run up. They get the correction, they consolidate for a while, but you can see it being listed on more and more exchanges. It's on now KuCoin and Bybit and all this other things. This thing, because it's the #1 premier meme coin in Avalanche, and Avalanche is super bullish, this thing should continue to skyrocket. Right now, if you're watching this, no, not financial advice, probably a very, very, very good time to pick it up. Now, Nyan meme coin. This is something that you guys may or may not know. I was involved as far as helping the team get started from a funding perspective. Right now, it's incredibly cheap. I think its fully diluted market cap is under 1 million. But I know that the team is working on some really brilliant things. And I think that when the time is right, this thing is going to skyrocket. It's a cat meme. It's based off of the most famous cat meme in the world. And the team is doing some really cool things back there that I can't really tell you about. But I think that this thing is incredibly undervalued. And I bought a bunch of it before, and that's why 0.55% of my portfolio is allocated toward Nyan meme coin. AIOZ, massive correction recently, 60-something%. This was a much higher portion yesterday, but right now, 0.5% of my liquid portfolio. AMPL. Now, AMPL is something that I am very bullish on from a technical perspective. From a marketing perspective, I have concerns, right? Because AMPL is... I'm not going to explain it to you right now. Let me know if you want me to make an entire video on AMPL and its stablecoin called Spot. But AMPL is, in my opinion, the most likely thing to act, as long as it gets the right exposure, to create the world's first and, as far as I can tell, unbreakable stablecoin that is not backed by any physical assets. It's algorithmically stable, which is mind-blowing. So right now you can see 0.5% of my portfolio is dedicated toward AMPL. Quant Network, I was a private sale investor all the way back in like 2017 or something. I did sell quite a bit of this. I did a video on Quant Network for you guys a while back. My biggest reservation with them, I did sell off about 75% of this recently. My biggest reservation there was lack of clarity, lack of transparency. So I'm still holding a bit. I saw it pumped recently. That's nice. But I think there's other things that are better to get into than Quant, in my opinion. SHOPX, you guys know that SHOPX I was an advisor for, private sale investor. I have not bought any more in the bear market. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how they perform. I think that it's probably severely undervalued right now. So this 0.36%, I'm going to not sell anymore and going to see what happens as a team comes together in this bull market. They have so many partnerships. So they've been building so many things that are kind of top secret that they're going to be announcing in the next coming months. RPILL, you guys know I've been talking about as well. Brand new, kind of mysterious what they're going to be doing. Seems to be doing something with like trying to fight the woke culture, but it's still very mysterious. And yeah, so 0.31% of my portfolio is allocated there. I can't say too much right now. I don't know how bullish or not I am because I still don't understand, because they have a bunch of stuff that they say is on the roadmap that they're going to be announcing soon, and we'll have to see about that. Avalanche is the premier launchpad in Avalanche. Like I made a video talking about this last time when I made the Avalanche video. I think Mark, the founder, is very, very smart. I think this thing will fly in the bull run. This is something from my private sale back in 2021. I have not bought any more in the bear market, and I'm still holding on, even though I've taken some profits along the way. So you can see that 0.28% of my liquid portfolio is dedicated toward Avalanche. Aleph 0, we'll talk about in just a second here. PepeCoin, this is the original PepeCoin that we talked about recently. Let's see how that goes. I really don't know how it's going to perform, but I did buy some because some people were so bullish on it. 0.26% of my liquid portfolio. Now, Myria, layer 2, Myria, this 0.25% is just what I have from liquid tokens. Now, I bought a lot of nodes. So every single day, I'm getting more and more Myria into my portfolio. In the beginning of it, I was selling these tokens as I got them, but I think I'm very, very bullish on Myria moving forward. So I'm probably not going to be selling anymore moving forward. So because I have a lot of these nodes and I'm getting a lot of tokens every day, I expect this Myria to climb up my percentage of holdings significantly over the next 4 to 6 months or so. Here's Pepe, not the OG Pepe, but the more recent famous Pepe that we saw in this bear market. We'll see how it goes. Pepe and Bonk, I'm curious to see if they come back. I do believe that they're going to come back strong. Pepe is the best meme in the world. And so I haven't really been buying anymore because I'm not sure how it's going to do, but still a pretty significant amount of portfolio dedicated toward Pepe. Research coin, I probably should be getting some more. If you guys don't know, this is Brian Armstrong's D-Science project. This number should go up. I should be buying more for sure. 0.23%. Also, 0x leverage. I should also be buying more of this. I am extremely bullish on 0x leverage. It's in beta still. You guys know I've talked about it in several videos. It's nice to actually do this portfolio observation because I know that I'm underexposed here, and I do believe that I should be buying some more of these very, very soon. Banana Gun, this is interesting. I think I'm quite well exposed for the upcoming bull run. 0.19%. Again, this is sniper technology. I think they're going to innovate, but that's what it is. Avalanche, again, 0.18%. Very, very bullish Avalanche, but it's already number 10 on market cap, right? So how much more is it going to go up? Sure, I should have bought a lot more in the bear market, but I didn't. Gamium, I've been holding this since private sale 2021. I believe in, if you're crypto gaming, bullish crypto gaming, Gamium is a good one. Injective, I bought some of it in the bear market, obviously not enough. This thing has been pumping like crazy. 0.17% of my portfolio allocated toward Injective. GhostDag, again, this has a lot to do with the Kaspa protocol. So if Kaspa comes back strong, GhostDag is going to skyrocket. This is one that I'm paying attention to. The second that I see Kaspa getting some more traction again, bam, I'm going to go buy a bunch more GhostDag. The Graph, again, private sale investment. Haven't bought any more. Very bullish on it, but that's where I'm holding 0.16% of my portfolio. And Rekt, I was a private sale investor in Rekt. The reason that I have ×2 here is because what I did is I just copy and pasted from my CoinStats portfolio, imported everything to a spreadsheet. And so this 0.13% is what I have in my ETH wallet that can be read by CoinStats. But I also have the equivalent amount in my Rekt Telegram wallet in BNB chain. And so this is actually multiplied by 2. So 0.27% of my liquid portfolio allocated toward Rekt. Now, these ones could not be read by CoinStats, so I had to manually do this. You can see that Aleph 0. You can see that I also mentioned it above. A0, I was a private sale investor in that, and I've been able to take good profits out of that thing. That thing has been a very good investment for me. And you can see I'm still holding because it's one of the fastest, best layer ones in the world. And the developers are brilliant. I think it's still quite undervalued. And, it makes up a large percentage of my portfolio. Now, if I could start all over, would I buy this much? Probably not. But because I'm a private sale investor, I'm just holding a lot of it. Sometimes if I need liquidity, I sell a little bit. But I'm still very, very bullish on it. And I actually want to dive in deeper with the team and figure out what their plans are for marketing, things like that. Because they're a very technically heavy team, but not so far great from the marketing side of things. So we'll see. Pocket Network, I'm also a private sale investor in Pocket Network. You guys know I've talked about that before. Decentralized RPC. Pocket Network is one of the most important things. Right now, all of our wallets connect to blockchains like MetaMask through centralized control. So you can see that MetaMask sometimes doesn't allow people to connect. And if we are in a permissionless Web3 world, what are we doing with centralized RPCs? We need decentralized ones. And Pocket has been more and more and more on the radar. I think this thing is going to skyrocket. Again, I'm a private sale investor, so 0.72% of my allocation is dedicated toward Pocket. Colt DAO, I still think Colt DAO was launched in a bear market. One of the most innovative projects out there. We actually took a lot of inspiration for Paid Network and Commonwealth coming up. And I think Colt has the right amount of technology, innovation, and the token economics and memeability that this thing in a bull market, when it catches on fire, is going to absolutely rip. But as of today, 2.7% of my portfolio is allocated toward Colt DAO. GMX and GMX LP. So GMX is my exposure to the actual GMX token, 1.11%. And GMX LP is another 0.4%. All in all, my exposure in the GMX ecosystem is about 1.5% total. So, guys, that makes up the liquid portion of my portfolio. Again, this is going to change dramatically. So I plan on making a lot of these videos in the upcoming months. I'm not sure how often I'll do it. I guess it depends on how often it changes frequently. But you guys asked for a breakdown of exactly what I have in my wallet exactly today. And this is it. So let me know if you guys have any questions, thoughts. Is there anything I should be doing? What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the description, the comments below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Happy holidays, everybody. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.